All right. Well, my imagination got the better of me there. There we go. Clean shaven.
Objection.
With the red hair. Yeah, let's load it back. I don't know how far. Alright, back here. Go. Candelabrum?
Objection.
Nope. I don't even know what it is. What is it? It's always this guy's statement. Plans?
Objection.
Jesus. Dead body?
Objection.
God damn. I don't get it. I ran into the room where that fella was found. It's true. But what difference it makes? Well, you fucking own that shit, don't you? Yeah, you should know. What? I'm so confused. So you used the...
Objection.
You used the cracker? I'm so confused. We already done this, right? The watch?
Objection.
Or is this a blank statement? Might be something in the papers I show. Maybe it is this actually.
Objection.
No. We're shooting blanks. Well, I'm pretty sure I went through everything here. The gun?
Objection.
What is it? We already done that. I would assume it's this, but it wasn't, right?
Objection.
Loaded the wrong save, it's all good. Yeah, really confused. It is that statement, right? It's true. What difference it makes? I don't know. Didn't you kill this guy?
Hold it.
We said one part of his testimony that really is bothering me. Maybe it's the... Okay. Just look at me. Does it really look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this? Maybe.
Objection.
No, it ain't that. I don't know why, but it might be the visual thing. I don't think so.
Objection.
No, it's not. Oh, what could it be?
Objection.
Yeah, this ain't going well. Yeah, we're stuck. This is the... Oh god. Jesus. I'm dying.
Hold it.
Me have no family. No, none at all. Spend my days on Fresno Street, peddling tidbits. Posed as a fancy inspector, aren't you? It was beyond me how you could think of that. I have a feeling he posed as Mr. Vigil, but... Should we go like this? Hold on. I would assume it's that third statement, but hey, you relate to this guy? No. Oh, it could be.
Objection.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now that I think about it, here we go. It explained why is that among the sparse furnishings, we found this photograph in the room. I presume as you've been renting the room, that this photograph belongs to you, does it not? Oh, well, yeah, there we go. Finally found it. Tell the car exactly who you really are. I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You don't really need to bother with me. Is Evie's name Evie Boone? Could be brother and sister. Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it's no bearing on this case. Because it's simply not possible that he's impersonated Inspector Brooks. How you could be so sure? No amount of disguise can ever hide those unmissable features. Unmissable, huh? But what if we were to look at this the other way around? What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed. But considering the possibility that his prominent lip is itself part of an elaborate disguise, then hiding the prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true face, will make it utterly impenetrable disguise. Alright, so here's Mr. Hugh Bone. Is he Mr. Visual? Could be. Ah. Could very well be. Are you still hiding the truth from the card? If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be... Yes, that's right. That's really one person he could really be. Alright, I got it. My lord, the defense believes it can reveal... It can reveal... I can reveal? No, please. Alright, so here's Mr. Vigil. I was thinking of that, man. Where's the true identity? Daily Visual.
Take that!
The real name is actually Mr. Visual, isn't it? Mr. Daily Visual. Ah! I don't recall that name. Cancel. Who is this Mr. Visual? It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has something to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. Alright, this woman in the photograph, in fact, this is Mrs. Visual. What? Well, I understand you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead. Yeah, what's with the disguise though? Of course, on the night you were being held captive by the two red-headed... yeah. Last night, yep, it is Mr. Visual. We said this before. We gave that statement. It wasn't even the statement I thought it was. It wasn't even the third statement. It was the fourth one. That explains why you've not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife. She's been beside herself with worry, waiting for you at the Visual residence. Now you just hold on a minute. I don't have the first idea what I'm talking about. Really? It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All we have to do is pull off that disguise. No. Please. Bailiff, bring soap, a sponge, and a washball at once. Mr. Razoo, Mr. Rosie, what's it? Restrain. You will restrain the witness. Oh, we, my lord. Now, got him. Ah! Oh. Stop. Get off, please. Don't. It is him. Holy shit. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I thought the hair was similar, the eyebrows were similar. Not the nose and the lip, but... Well, we're now seeing your true features, I presume. Oh damn, he's in... Got his clothes and everything. Lift your head, sir, so the court can see your face. It would appear that the defense counsel's assertion was entirely correct. This has been a very elaborate deception. So, witness, tell the court. Have you seen this man before? I don't believe it, but... See, there's no question. This is the inspector we saw in the park. Extraordinary. Oh. On the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claimed to be Inspector Gregson who appeared before Mr. DeRosu and Rossi. They were disguised as Inspector. You were posing as Inspector, no disguise at all. Mr. Visual was formerly employed at the Chief Warden at Barclay Prison. The Chief Warder? Then your career had promise. Why would you... Why you would quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison? What on earth have you been doing peddling till-tattle on Fresno Street? Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Visual worked at the prison. 10 years? I'm really dreadfully sorry about all this. Yes, it's true. He's got the wedding ring as well. I am Daily Visual. And you were the Chief Warden at Barclay Prison 10 years ago? Where did Mr. Hugh Bone come from this? Bone is the other me. It's the name I invented. Or Boone. Well, evidently, there's a great deal under the surface here. I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become. Just a testimony? Alright, I think this is a good time to end it. Possibly. Oh no, never mind. It was 10 years ago. I thought we were going into examinations here. Employment by Barclay Chief Warden came to an end. Makes sense? Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage, and he was a gossip man. I'm surprised he managed to have a living. I found no suitable engagements at all. In desperation one day, I turned my hand at selling wares on Fresno Street. But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you are Chief Warder at Barclay's prison. I was early determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I never told her. I opened an account at the bank under the name of Hugh Bone, and I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street. Scene of the crime we're investigating. Yes, that's right. A place which I could emerge every morning and night as a squalid peddler and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. Then quickly became my daily routine. What a hustle. I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room. But that explains it. Yeah, just make it simple. A simple place to live in. A wife and 2 sons? Damn. That's even worse. Got it. That cost of living rising, eh? And without wishing to sound self-conceited, they regard me with such high pride. I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them. So instead, you decide to conceal your occupation from them. My dad's a prison warden, right? Son, he hasn't been in the prison. 10 years. I made such a terrible mess of everything. Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to passing gentlemen, even at 6 pence a piece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as the chief warden at the prison. Very true. To have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment. That was all thanks to Inspector Gregson. What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Inspector Gregson put him in comfort. It was some years after I invented Boone and begun my other life as a street seller. He, the inspector that is, recognized me one day. What, in the disguise? Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours? Was an acquaintance. I knew him from my time working at the prison. When he saw what I'd become, he was deeply troubled but for me and my family. And from that day forward, he visited me on Fresno Street with increasingly regularity. Then one day, he asked me if I would carry out a secret assignment for him. Secret assignment? What was it? I was to impersonate the inspector. What? Impersonate him? I see. I see. So, no ill will between the two. I was always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me. Visit Orksey tomorrow and take a statement from the proprietress. It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work. Interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, to let people know that I was Inspector Gregson, that I had been at work. And for those services, well, couldn't he not, like, whipped up another thing? No? He compensated me financially. Scotland Inspector William relinquished his identification into your care with intent to deceive? That's, I sure need to not point out, it's a very serious criminal offense, is it? Why? What was the point of you impersonating him? Well, I think Gregson could do whatever he wants. I truthfully don't know. All I could say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions. Now remember, Visual, I need your solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if, well, if I end up a croaker. Oh, damn. In time, he started bringing his papers with him to the room as well. It became something of a second office for him. So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really... it's him. Yes, it was me. Acting on the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my bone disguise and then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification book. Never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away. Does he still have the bruise? He should. Is it a criminal offense? I guess. Well, he's dead now. So, yeah, there's the bruise. It's still there. He just did nothing wrong. He just acted on his behalf. I'm sorry, but you're a perpetrator in this. What? It completely destroys the defense's case? Alright. Explain yourself, Prosecutor Sogi. My learned friend assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered at the hands of these two red-headed League men when they imprisoned the inspector. But no, that can't be. After all, it wasn't the inspector who went to the park that day, it was me. Oh goodness. Finally, we have clarity. It had nothing to do with this murder of the inspector. N. Messi, Monsieur de la Defense for proving it, yeah. Whoa, yeah, the classic. Yeah, but this is a lead to another lead, ain't it? Order, order, oh. These wizards had no involvement in the murder of the victim. End to the cross-examination. Then objection.
Hold it.
Oh no, just a hold it. It was a Sogi? Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission, I would like to pose one further question to the witness. Asma. What question, counsel? Concerns the events of 10 years ago. Ah, here we go. I believe you would have been presented at the very significant execution that was carried out at the time. 10 years ago? He's gonna go on to the professor, yeah. Genshin Asogi. I want to know exactly what your involvement was. Oh, answer me, man. One moment, counsel. Is this related to the current case? Naturally. Naturally. It is the prosecution's belief that the case and the events of 10 years ago are inextricably linked. Does the defense concur, counsel? Kazuma. You know yourself. You're not as calm as collected as usual. Oh, Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way. Just the visual memories of what happened 10 years ago. We tell the tale of Genshin Sasogi's last moment, his own father. I know. I do understand that. Even so. Kazu, Prosecutor Asogi. Do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death? I need you to trust me, please. Very well. Then the defense has no objection. I see. In that case, you will answer the question, witness. The truth is, I remember very little of that time. You've forgotten? I'm sorry to say yes. As I said, I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. But for some peculiar reason, my memory of the events leading up to that moment is extremely hazy. Curses. Does that not strike you as strange, Mr. Naruto? Yeah, well, 10 years ago was a long time. But to have forgotten the reason why you... Yeah, he left an important job. Yeah, you're right. Not only that, Mr. Vigil's claim contradicts what we already know. Yeah, we have the... I'm assuming the dismissal now. Professor. Yeah. And that's his dismissal, right? Yeah, of Mr. Vigil, yeah. Which is why we have a tendency to wrap it up for protection. Sorry? The human spirit. I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. When we experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate it from our memories, seal it away. But it never truly leaves us. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface. And when they do, that fragile spirit may finally be crushed. But I really don't... Kazuma-sama. If it must be crushed, then so be it. Because truth will not stay buried. It's coming out, one way or another. Now I understand. It's clear what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth at any cost. Perhaps if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. But should I? Should I present the evidence or not? I'm gonna do it. I have no idea how long this is gonna go. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea how. I don't know why I said long. But this is called law and I have a duty to pursue the truth. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of events.
Take that!
Just a few moments ago, you made the following statement. I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. Ah, yeah, well, yes. In other words, you claim to have left the post of Chief Warder of your own violation. Well, yes, of course. Why? Tell me. Do you remember seeing this document before? No, I don't. This is a dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of a prison staff member's appointment. The dismissal note there, yeah. And the name on the notice is yours, Mr. Vigil. What? It's mine. So you didn't resign from the prison service at all? For some reason, you were dismissed as Chief Warder from Barclay. No, there's been some mistake. I'm sure. I'm sure I tendered my resignation. This dismissal notice, this dismissal. Oh my god, dismissal. Fuck it, dismissal notice. He's gonna faint, isn't it? Dismissal notice. It's whatever. I don't even remember what it is. Let me read the line. No, there's been some mistake. This dismissal notice is nonsense. There we go. Is it? Isn't it? All right, clearly. You did something. Answer me, goddammit, Mr. Vigil. It's time to break the seal. Have you remember? Is it gonna faint? It looks like it's like spinning, bro. According to the few remaining records, the final execution that you supervised was on the 17th of June, 10 years ago. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison. 17th of June. Was that the professor's execution? Professor, as you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason as my voice goes out that you would have been presented throughout the proceedings. It does sound familiar. And yet, that execution never took place. The convict, ostensibly, there we go, executed earlier that day, later re-emerged from his grave. Convict came back to life? No, he doesn't really remember. In the cemetery in the middle of the night, there's a witness, Mr. Drebber, and we could attest to that. However, the witness claims that a moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, gunshot ran out from his shoulder, and the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly. Those may have been the professor's actual last moments. Yes. Yes! Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth about what really happened. It's in your head somewhere. Do down. Well, Chief Warden, a daily vigil? I know there are memories in your head that it can explain what happened on the 17th of June 10 years ago. And now it's time for you to drag them up. What if he's the professor, Mr. Visual? Oh my god, what if they swapped? Yes. The whole prison. It was completely chaos. Prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery. The shocking news ripped through the Barclay like a hurricane. What? He escaped. Order. Mr. Vigil, that your memories at the time have returned? I had it's... I'm just waiting for the next statement so we can stop. It's like some floodgates have been opened. The images. The screams. Oh my goodness. Papers. There were reports, articles about a man who's seen a ghost. Yes, Enoch Drebber. But surely those reports were exaggerated. Except one. There were traces at the scene. Traces of what? Blood? In Lowgate Cemetery, at plot number 139, blood. Lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there. Depths of conspiracy and depravity from which... Yeah, I don't know why I was saying that he's the professor when the professor was Genshin Asogi. Just ignore what I said. Completely forgot the professor's Kazma's father. There was no swap. That a member of the prison staff must have been involved. Are you suggesting prisoner warden abetted the man's bid for freedom? Yeah. And I was suspected of doing it. Of using that mass murderer's execution as a way to help him escape. You did what? I remember now. The horror of it all coming back to me. One evening, a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison. I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower. I'm sorry, Daly. This is a serious business, but I cannot help you now. As Chief Wardener, you are responsible for overseeing the execution afar, eh? Well, it seems the fellows at Scotland Yard want to have a few wee words with you about it. You better pack your things, laddie. You attended in person. As soon as you told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I knew, he's gonna go quick and fast. Professor, the most hated killer in our country's history. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life. It's over. Alright, that's a big one. Jumped out the window. What the fuck? Never mind. We're not looking for testimonies. We're push the doctor at once. Never mind. I'm going further. We're going to make 3 parts of this. We're going for the 3 hours. Close the John for today with immediate effect. Going for the 3 hours.
So,
Oh.
with Mr. Vigil's collapse, proceedings came to an abrupt end for the day. Once again overshadowed by the legacy of that notorious killer, appearing like a cursed ghost ship on a foggy ocean. Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Vigil, Kazuma, and Gregson. All of them bound by invisible chains anchored to the same wreckage in the murky depths of the past. But the miraculous light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events was playing on the edges of the truth at last.
Are we going to episode 5? Is this episode 5? To be continued. Are we on episode 5? Are we? Let's see. Oh no, it's investigations. I think we call it a day. I think, wait, hold on. Yeah, let's call it a day. Alright, yep, so there was, we finished the card stuff, right? That's good. I was waiting for a good part to end it, but we managed to, finish the whole thing. And so we're on to the investigations, part 2. Probably we're going to talk to Mr. Vigil again in court in the next one, and probably get more answers with, the investigation, where Gregson died. Maybe Evie again. Who knows? But yeah, that was it. I'm pretty excited next time. Yeah, we've got a long way to go for episode 5, the final chapter. I don't know if everything's going to be done in this, this case is going to be done in episode 4, and then another case happening in episode 5, but yeah, we'll see. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this session of the Great Ace Attorney, and I'll see you guys next time, and catch you guys later.